Okay, thank you. So today I am going to discuss the current electricity chapter. Here, this is the branch of physics which deals with the charges in flow or charges in motion. Current means flow. So the branch of physics or electricity which deals with the electric charges in motion or in flow. That is the current electricity. Okay. So here, first of all, in order to discuss what is the electric current. What is the electric current? Before going to discuss the electric current in this current electricity, first you have to discuss some examples. Suppose there are two bodies at the same temperature. When these two bodies are put in contact, which are at the same temperature, is there an exchange of heat and it takes place between them or not? You respond in chat box. Okay, and then very good. Here there is the exchange of heat energy between them, but there is no net exchange of heat energy between the two bodies when both the bodies are at the same temperature. Because when two bodies are at the same temperature, then whatever the heat energy emitted by this body, which is absorbed by this one, and whatever the heat energy emitted by this body, it is absorbed by this one. As both are at the same temperature, definitely both bodies emit the same heat energy. One body loses heat energy that is immediately absorbed by the that whatever the heat energy lost, that is absorbed from the other body. That's why there is no net loss of heat energy by any body. Net loss of heat energy by any body. Exchange of heat energy takes place even the two bodies are at the same temperature. But there is no net exchange because whatever the heat energy lost by this body to this one, the same heat energy is absorbed by this body from this body. That's why there is no net exchange of heat energy. But exchange of heat energy takes place, but no net exchange of heat energy between them. Hence, whenever the two bodies at different same temperature are in contact, then there is no net exchange of heat energy, but exchange of heat energy takes place. So net exchange of heat energy takes place. In order to have the net flow of heat energy from one body to another body, what we have to maintain? We must maintain some temperature difference between the two bodies. So for the net flow of heat energy from one body to another body, some temperature difference is required or maintained to be maintained to flow net heat energy from one body to another. Suppose there is a horizontal tube, water pipeline. There is a horizontal water pipeline. Suppose if the pressure difference is not maintained across the tube, no doubt this tube is filled with water. This horizontal tube is filled with water. There is no pressure difference is maintained across this one because these two ends are open to atmosphere. That's why here pressure is atmospheric pressure, here also atmospheric pressure, so that there is no pressure difference across the tube. When there is no pressure difference across the tube, will the water comes out through the pipe? No. Suppose at this end, if you maintain the high pressure, at this end, if you maintain the low pressure, then there is a pressure difference occurs, and due to that, the water flows through the pipe from this end to this end, and it comes down, it falls, isn't it? That means in order to flow the gas or water, we have to maintain the pressure difference across the pipe. In order to flow the water or gas from one end to another end, definitely we should maintain pressure difference across the pipe. Then only water or any fluid in general will flow from one place to another place. So here, for the flow of the fluid means water or gas, how pressure difference is required. In order to flow the net heat energy from one body to another body, how temperature difference is required. Similarly, to flow the charge from one body to another body, to flow the charge from electric charge from one place to another place inside the conductor, some potential difference is required. Some potential difference is required. అంటే ఇక్కడ కండక్టర్ లోపల కండక్టర్ అంటే మెటల్ వైర్ కండక్టర్ లోపల ఒక ఎండ్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఇంకో ఎండ్కి లేదా ఒక ప్లేస్ నుంచి మరో ప్లేస్ కి కండక్టర్ లోపల నెట్ ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో కావాలంటే across the conductor we should maintain some potential difference. How temperature difference is maintained for the net flow of heat energy, how pressure difference is maintained for the net flow of the fluid, for the net flow of charge, the potential difference is required. Okay, so the potential difference is similar to temperature difference here, similar to pressure difference here. But initially, actually, suppose initially you take the conductor. This is the conductor, and these are the two ends of the conductor. This is one end, and this is another end. As it is conductor, definitely it is the wire, metal wire. Okay. In metal wire, what are the charge carriers? In metal wire, what are the charge carriers? Metal wire lopala charge carriers ఏంటి? Electrons and free electrons kada undedi metal lopala. Free electrons. So free electrons are the charge carriers inside the metallic conductor. Okay. In semiconductors, what are the charge carriers? Semiconductors అంటే లైక్ జెర్మేనియం, సిలికాన్ అవి ఉన్నాయి కదా, దాంట్లో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ హోల్స్ రెండు ఉంటాయి, నాట్ న్యూట్రాన్స్, ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అండ్ హోల్స్. మీకు సెమీకండక్టర్ చాప్టర్ సపరేట్ గా ఉంది, అప్పుడు డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. సో సెమీకండక్టర్స్ లో ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ హోల్స్ అని టూ చార్జ్ క్యారియర్స్, టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ క్యారియర్స్ ఉంది. అదే ఇన్ ఎలక్ట్రోలైట్, సిమిలర్లీ ఇన్ ఎలక్ట్రోలైట్ చార్జ్ క్యారియర్స్ అయాన్స్ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. అక్కడ బాండ్స్ బ్రేక్ అయ్యి అయాన్స్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతాయి, ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ రిలీజ్ అవుతాయి. కాబట్టి బికాస్ ఆఫ్ అయాన్స్ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ యాక్ట్స్ as the charge carriers. In an electrolyte, the electric current passing through the electrolyte because of ions and electrons. In semiconductors, electric current will flow through the semiconductor because of electrons and holes. In conductors, because of free electrons, electric current flows. But initially, when you do not apply any potential difference across the two ends of the conductor, is there any current passing through them? Is there any charge flowing through them? Across the conductor, ఎటువంటి పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ మెయింటైన్ చేయనప్పుడు ఆ కండక్టర్ ద్వారా ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో అవుతుందా? ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో అయితేనే కరెంట్ ఫ్లో అవుతుంది అంటాం. ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో అవుతుందా? ఫ్లో కాదు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్? ఈవెన్ యూ డు నాట్ అప్లై ఎనీ పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ across the conductor, definitely there are free electrons. Even then, no current passing through them, because whenever the potential difference is not applied, all the electrons inside the conductor are at random. Suppose one electron travel in this direction, the other electron travel in this direction. If one electron travel in this direction, minus E is the negative charge of the electron, which is negative. E is the charge of the electron in magnitude, minus and represents electron is having negative charge. One electron moving in opposite direction like this. That means all the free electrons inside the conductor are at random. They move in different directions. So in any given time, through any cross section of the conductor, what are the net flow charge carriers passing through cross section in a given time? అంటే ఏదో తీసుకుంటా అయినప్పుడు ఈ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ద్వారా పాస్ అయిన నెట్ ఛార్జ్ ఎంతో కనుక చూసుకుంటే, ఇటువైపు ఎంత ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో అవుతుంది, ఇటువైపు కూడా అదే ఛార్జ్ ఫ్లో అవుతుంది, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ర్యాండమ్ మోషన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. అప్పుడు నో నెట్ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ ఛార్జ్ ఆర్ నో నెట్ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ త్రూ ఎనీ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది కండక్టర్ when no potential difference is applied because of random motion. That's why when you do not apply any potential difference across the two ends of the conductor, as no net flow of electrons or electric charge through any cross section of the conductor inside the conductor, okay, then no electric current passes inside the conductor because of random motion of the electrons. So why, when potential difference is not applied, even though the free electrons inside the conductor are in random motion, no electric current passing through them? What is the reason? When no electric potential difference is applied between the two ends of the conductor, even though the electrons are having random motion, no net flow of electrons through any cross section of the conductor. That's why no net charge passing through any cross section of the conductor. Hence, no current passing through the conductor. Okay, now when you apply some potential difference across the two ends of the conductor, suppose V potential difference is applied across the two ends of the conductor, where V is the potential difference. When V potential difference is applied between the two ends of the conductor, like this. Now, definition, electric current definition, I am going to explain. Electric current, it is represented by small I or capital, whatever you will. Electric current. Okay, suppose the length of the conductor is still m, potential difference applied across the two ends of the conductor is say capital V. Because of this potential difference applied across the two ends of the conductor, in between the two ends of the conductor some electric field is developed now. When between the 2 points, when V potential difference is applied, between the 2 points an electric field is developed. The relation between electric field and potential difference V is equal to AD now. That's why when V potential difference is applied here, the electric field is developed. Suppose this is at positive potential, this is at negative potential. Then electric field is electric field lies along the direction from higher potential to lower potential. So electric field in this direction. Okay. When potential difference is applied, then inside the conductor, E intensity of electric field is developed between the two ends of the conductor. What is the intensity of electric field means? V is equal to E into D. D means distance between these 2 points. That is equal to length of the conductor. So from this intensity of electric field developed in between the two ends of the conductor is equal to V by L. This is the equation 1. This is the intensity of electric field developed inside the conductor when potential difference is applied across the two ends of the conductor. So because of this uniform electric field formed inside the conductor, each and every free electron which is at random initially experiences the force. Suppose we take one electron here having charge -e. What is the force acts on the electron? Tell me. Suppose a charge Q is placed in the electric field having intensity capital E. What is the force acts on the charge? EQ. Similarly, here there are free electrons inside the conductor. When E intensity of electric field acting on conductor in this direction, what is the force acts on the electron? What is the force acts on the electron? E into Q. Q means charge of the electron is -e. That's why E into -e. -e. -e means that represents the force acts on the electron due to electric field is opposite to the direction of the electric field. That's why opposite to the direction of the electric field, force acts on the electron is equal to EE. Because of consideration of the minus sign only, the direction of force acts on the electron due to electric field is taken in opposite direction. So you need not put minus sign again. Okay. Similarly, suppose if any electron is here, on this electron also force acts on the electron due to electric field this one when potential difference is applied. Similarly, on each and every free electron inside the conductor, E force acts in this direction. Due to that, all free electrons will accelerate. Because of these forces acts on the free electrons, the free electrons will accelerate. That means, as initially before application of the potential difference, they are at random. But when potential difference is applied due to electric field, all the free electrons experiences the force, and due to that, all the electrons will accelerate along the same direction, opposite to the direction of electric field. That means in this direction they accelerate. When they accelerate in this direction through any cross section of the conductor in a given time, definitely there is a net flow of electrons through the cross section. When there is a net flow of electrons, there is a net flow of charge through any cross section of the conductor in a given time. Whenever there is a net flow of charge, then you can say electric current is said to be flowing through the conductor. So because of application of the potential difference only, because of net flow of charge passing through any cross section, due to that electric current passes. Suppose in a time t seconds, Q amount of charge passing through any cross section of the conductor. In a time t seconds, suppose Q amount of charge passing through any cross section of the conductor. Then what is the charge passing through the conductor per second? That is called rate of flow of charge. That rate of flow of charge is nothing but electric current. Rate of flow of charge. Rate of flow of charge. That is called the electric current. Okay. Here this is equal to, suppose in a time t seconds, through any cross section of the conductor, this is the cross section set. Through any cross section of the conductor, n electrons passing through this cross section in a time t seconds. Then what is the charge passes? Charge of each electron is E in magnitude. Then total charge passing through the cross section in time t seconds is equal to number of electrons passing through the cross section into charge of each electron by time taken t. This is the formula for electric current passing through this conductor. Actually, as the electric current passing through the conductor would be along the direction of the flow of charges only. That means from negative potential to positive potential, means from low potential to higher potential. Because positive potential is considered as the higher potential and negative potential is considered as the low potential. Okay, the charge passing through any cross section of the conductor in a time t seconds into the flow of electrons is equal to Q. Then what is the charge passing through any cross section of the conductor per second? Means Q by T. That is called rate of flow of charge. which is equal to electric current passing through this conductor. అయితే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఇటువైపు ఫ్లో అవుతున్నాయి కాబట్టి ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కరెంట్ ఇటువైపు ఫ్లో అవుతున్నట్టుగా మనం తీసుకోవాలి. కానీ దట్ ఈస్ against to the different fundamental laws. When temperature difference is maintained, the net flow of heat energies from higher temperature to lower temperature. When pressure difference is maintained, net flow of the fluid is from high pressure to low pressure. Similarly, when potential difference is maintained, the current must be flown from higher potential to lower potential according to the similarity. Okay, కానీ ఇక్కడ low potential to high potential electric current flow. Suppose if you consider the direction of the flow of current, Krishna, stop your video sharing. Okay, if the potential difference is maintained here, electrons flow from low potential to higher potential. It is opposite to the concept considered here and here. So it may be confusing. That's why in order to have no confusion, the direction of the electric current is taken opposite to the direction of flow of current. That's why the direction of the current is taken in this direction. It is the direction of the current in this direction is taken according for our convenience to have the similar concepts here, to have similarities in the direction of flow of current as here. The direction of the current is taken in this direction because of our convenience, for our convenience. That's why it is called the conventional current direction. Conventional current అంటే మనకి కన్వెంట్ గా ఉండడానికి తీసుకున్న డైరెక్షన్ కాబట్టి that is the direction of the conventional current. So conventional current is always flowing from high potential to low potential. Adhe if you take the direction of flow of current in this direction only, because of flow of charges are in this direction, that is called conduction current or electronic current. That is called conduction current or electronic current. Okay. Okay. Suppose if you take the direction of the current from along the direction of the flow of charge or electrons here, that is called electronic current or conduction current. If you take the direction of the current from higher potential to lower potential, opposite to the direction of flow of electrons, that is called conventional current direction. So this is the conventional current. Conventional current. Conduction current or electronic current is same magnitude only, but it is in this direction. We have to take. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the average in a time 3 seconds. The total charge passing through any cross section of the conductor is Q. Then what is the total charge passing through any cross section of the conductor per second means I is equal to Q by 2. This is called average current passing through the conductor. Okay, now what is the SI unit of the current? SI unit of current. Current means Q by T. Q means coulomb by time is second. Coulomb per second. Coulomb per second is also called as ampere. Ade ampere full form lo raste small x to rayali, abbreviation raste capital A line because it is the scientist name. That is the ampere. What is the dimensional formula of the electric current? What is the dimensional formula of electric current? Tell me. Dimensional formula of electric current. Electric current is a fundamental quantity or derived quantity? Is electric current a fundamental quantity or derived quantity? Fundamental quantity. Already fundamental quantities we discussed now. Mass, length, mass, time, temperature, intensity of light. Okay, intensity of light means illuminating power. Quantity of matter, it is measured in mole. Electric current, all these are the 7 fundamental quantities in SI system. plus 2 supplementary quantities, plane angle, solid angle. Yeah, it is the fundamental quantity. Electric current is a fundamental quantity. Is it the scalar or vector? Is it the scalar or vector? I is scalar or vector? Very good. It is a scalar. Very good. Swaran Ramchandra. Okay, it is a scalar. Okay. Already in vectors I said, even though electric current is having magnitude this one and direction this one, it is not treated as a vector quantity, because even though electric current is having magnitude as well as direction, it does not obey the laws of vector addition. That's why it is considered as scalar only. So electric current is a scalar quantity. Okay, now related to electric current. So what is the dimensional formula for electric current? As it is the fundamental quantity, the dimensional formula of electric current is same, is simply capital I or capital A. We can write. Dimensional formula of electric current is dimensional formula of electric current I is equal to capital I only. Capital I we can write, in some textbooks it is given as capital A. That is the dimensional formula of the electric current. Okay, now related to this electric current, we have discussed some node points. Node points are very important. Now just you to side in electric current. Okay, you write I is equal to Q by T, that's all. That is equal to NE by T. Then node points you write. Node points are important, most important. For every chapter, revise the chapter for object means immediately you have to read the node points. That's all. That is important. Okay. Node point. Here electric current equivalent to orbiting electron. Electric current equivalent to orbiting electron is I is equal to dash. Suppose in any atom, we know electrons revolve around the orbit, along the orbit. In any atom, electrons revolves around the nucleus in an orbit. Okay, suppose you consider one electron. That electron having charge E in magnitude revolves around the nucleus in this orbit of radius say small r. Here is the center of the orbit. Suppose the speed of the orbit at any instant of time is say v, time period of the orbiting electron is t, angular frequency omega, frequency f. Okay. In this way, here in any atom, suppose the electron revolves around the nucleus in an orbit of radius r, with a speed v, time period t, frequency of angular frequency omega. ఇప్పుడు through any point of the orbit, through any point P of the orbit, in a time capital T, suppose at a given instant of time, suppose the electron is here. Electron is here. Now, to here that electron travel along the circular path again to come back to the same point P. What is the time taken? Capital T seconds. Capital T seconds. అంటే T seconds లో capital T seconds ను మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి వస్తాం. అంటే for every capital T seconds through this point in the orbit, one electron passes through any point of the orbit in a time capital T seconds. One electron passing through any point of the orbit. One electron passing through any point of the orbit means what is the charge passing through any point of the orbit in capital T seconds? One electron means charge of an electron is E, small e in magnitude. Kabatti T seconds lo, in capital T seconds, the electric current, electric charge passing through any point is equal to E. Then charge passing through any point per second in the orbit is E by T. That is nothing but the electric current in this orbit. అయితే as the electrons are moving in this direction, the equivalent electric current is in opposite direction. That is equal to E by T. This is equal to E into reciprocal of time period is frequency, no? Reciprocal of time period is equal to frequency. That is equal to 1 by T. Next, T is equal to, we can write 2 pi by omega also. So this is equal to E by T means 2 pi by omega means into omega. This is also equal to speed of the electron in this orbit is equal to in a capital T seconds, it completes one rotation along the circular orbit. And it travel a distance equal to 2 pi into radius r. In capital T seconds, if it travel a distance equal to 2 pi r, then speed of the electron in this orbit is equal to 2 pi r by t. So now E by T means how we can write T is equal to 2 pi r by v, 2 pi r by v means into. These are all are the various formulas for electric current passing through the orbit of the electron. Okay, note down. Okay, vector loss disobeyed by electricity means we are having parallelogram law of vectors, triangle law of vectors. Okay, these laws does not obeyed by electric current. Okay, that's why it is not called as a vector. It is a scalar quantity. Okay, somebody else asked me vector loss disobeyed by electricity. Okay, are you followed? Okay, note down. You note down. Shall I erase this part? Shall I erase this part? Okay, okay. Rishidhar, come on, you note quickly. Okay. Right. Next, second one. In conductors or metal wires, charge carriers are in conductors or metal wires. What are the charge carriers? Tell me. In conductors or metal wires, what are the charge carriers? Tell me. In conductors or metal wires, what are the charge carriers? Electrons. Yeah, electrons. In conductors or metal wires, the charge carriers are electrons. Okay. Next, in semiconductors, what are the charge carriers? Electrons and holes. Electrons and holes. Electrons and holes are charge carriers. Okay. in an electrolyte. What are the charge carriers? Ions and electrons. Ions and electrons. Ions and electrons are charge carriers. Ions and electrons are the charge carriers. Ions and electrons are the charge carriers in electrolyte. Okay. Next, suppose in any conductor, the charge flowing through the conductor varies with time according to the equation AT square plus BT plus C. In any conductor, the net charge passing through any cross section of the conductor, which varies with time according to the equation Q is equal to AT square plus BT plus C. Okay, now at any instant of time t, what is the electric current passing through the conductor? As charge continuously varies with time, in order to find the electric current through the conductor at any instant of time, then electric current through the conductor at any instant of time is equal to dq by dt. Because in a small block time dt, the charge passing through the conductor is dq. Then what is the electric current passing through the conductor at any instant of time is that is equal to dq by dt. That means differentiation of charge with respect to time. Okay, this is equal to d by dt of AT Q means AT square plus BT plus C. Therefore, I is equal to A is constant, we keep aside. A into d by dt of t square means 2t. That is 2AT plus B constant, we keep aside. D by dt of t means 1. So B. When you differentiate constant, we get 0. So this is the current passing through the conductor at any instant of time t. That is called instantaneous current. Instantaneous current. Instantaneous current. Sort of. Suppose at 10 seconds, what is the current passing through the conductor means you put T is equal to 10. At 5 seconds, what is the current means you put T is equal to 5, then that gives the current at a time T is equal to 5 seconds. Like it. Okay, that is called instantaneous current. Fourth one. Suppose the current passing through the conductor varies with time according to the equation AT plus B. The current passing through the conductor varies with time according to the equation I is equal to AT plus B. If you are given like this, means I is not constant, it varies with the time. Okay, then if I is equal to this one, then charge flowing through the circuit or conductor, charge flowing through the conductor, means through the cross section of any conductor, through the conductor in a time interval from T1 to T2 is dash. That is the case. Yeah, we had to do integration. Very good now. Here, first of all, if you draw the graph between I and T, T is the independent variable, so we have to take T along x-axis and electric current along y-axis. Is it instantaneous current or average current? Tell me. Is it the instantaneous current or average current? It is the current at any instant of time. That's why it is the instantaneous current. Yeah, it is the instantaneous current. Okay. So instantaneous current is taken along y-axis, and this t is the independent variable. That's why it is taken along x-axis. What is the type of the graph you will get? I and t are only two variables. A, B are constants. So what is the type of the graph you will get? Straight line. Is it passing through origin or not passing through origin? Is it passing through origin or not passing through origin? Okay, it is not passing through origin. Is it has positive slope or negative slope? Is it has positive slope or negative slope? Positive slope. Okay, that's why you will get a graph like this, no? Because when you put t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, I is equal to plus b. So t is equal to 0 is I is equal to plus b కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఈ పాయింట్ ద్వారా పాస్ అవ్వాలి. స్లోప్ అంటే y is equal to mx. x యొక్క పొజిషన్ పాజిటివ్ కాబట్టి పాజిటివ్ స్లోప్ ఉన్న స్ట్రెయిట్ లైన్స్. పాజిటివ్ స్లోప్ ఉన్న స్ట్రెయిట్. ఇది స్లోప్ tan theta is equal to slope tan theta is equal to ఇక్కడ స్లోప్ అంటే t కోషంట్ కదా a. Okay, that is the slope. Now the question is, where are the times t1 and t2? Suppose this time is say t2 and this time is say t1, and it is 0. 0 to t1, 0 to t2. Okay. Now, what is the charge passing through conductor in the time interval from t1 to t2? Already, as it is the instantaneous current, I is equal to, we can write dq by dt, no? Which is equal to AT plus B. AT plus B. Okay. This dq is equal to right, so I into dt. No? I into dt means in a small interval of time, I into dt is the area under IT graph. Now, suppose here you take the small interval of time. You take the small interval of time dt. In the small interval of time dt, suppose the current is say I. That is this element. You consider the small points on the graph on the straight line, which are nearer to each other. But in order to see the diagram here, I drawn with more length. But actually, these are very near. In a small interval of time dt, the current passing through the conductor is say I. Then, what is the area under this element? This I into this height I into breadth dt. I into dt is the I into dt is equal to charge flowing to the conductor. That means in a small interval of time dt, the area under this element gives the charge flowing to the conductor. So I into dt is the product of physical quantity on y-axis and physical quantity on x-axis. That product always gives area under the graph. Area under this IT graph means I into t. I into t means charge only. Q is equal to q by t. Q is equal to I into t now. I into t means charge. In a small interval of time dt, the charge passing through the conductor is dq. So area under that element gives charge passing through the conductor in a small interval of time dt. But we need the time charge flowing through the conductor from t1 to t2. t1 నుంచి t2 మధ్యలో ఎంత charge flow అవుతుందో కనుక్కోవాలి. కాబట్టి దీన్ని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేయండి. Total charge flowing through the conductor in a time interval from t1 to t2 is equal to integral I into dt limits t1 to t2. I into dt means area under the element. Between t1 to t2, integral I dt means the area under the graph between t1 and t2. అంటే t1 కి t2 మధ్యలో ఉన్న గ్రాఫ్ అంటే కన్సిడర్ అవుతుంది. ఈ గ్రాఫ్ కి టైం యాక్సిస్ మధ్యలో ఏరియా. ఆ ఏరియానే ఇంటిగ్రల్ I into dt కి ఈక్వల్. లేదు I వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసాను. I ఈక్వల్ ఎంత? ఇంటిగ్రల్ t1 to t2. I means AT plus B into dt. దీన్ని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసాను. AT square by 2 plus dt. లిమిట్స్ t1 to t2. ఇక్కడ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి, సింప్లిఫై చేయండి. అప్పుడు వచ్చిన వాల్యూ దేనికి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుందంటే ఈ t1 t2 మధ్యలో ఉన్న ఈ ఐటీ గ్రాఫ్ కి టైం యాక్సిస్ మధ్య ఏరియా అంటే మొత్తం షేడ్ పార్ట్, ఈ షేడ్ పార్ట్ యొక్క ఏరియా ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది ఈ వాల్యూ. కాబట్టి మనకి గ్రాఫ్ కనుక ఇస్తే డైరెక్ట్ గా ఫ్రమ్ ది గ్రాఫ్ we can find area to find the total charge passing through the conductor in a time interval from t1 to t2, or by integrating them also we can calculate. Okay, no doubt. Slope gives I by t. Slope gives I by t. But in this equation, slope is equal to a because y is equal to mx plus it is just like that. So position of x is m. That means slope. Slope is equal to a. No? Venkateja. Okay. We are given IT graph like this. We are given IT graph like this. What is the charge flowing through the conductor in the time interval from T1 to T2? What is the charge flowing through the conductor in the time interval from T1 to T2? Yeah, without graph also. Without graph, we can do like this. Suppose if you are given graph, directly by finding the area under the graph between T1 to T2, we can find the charge. Okay. Yeah, area under the graph is charge. Okay, from this IT graph is given like this. What is the charge, net charge flowing through the conductor in the time interval from T1 to T2? IT graph ఇచ్చి T1 T2 టైం మధ్యలో T1 to T2 మధ్యలో charge flowing through the conductor ఉన్నప్పుడు T1 to T2 మధ్యలో ఏరియా అండర్ ది గ్రాఫ్ కనుక ఏరియా అండర్ IT గ్రాఫ్ అనుకుంటే చాలు కదండి. ఏరియా అండర్ IT గ్రాఫ్ అవునా? T1 నుంచి T2 మధ్యలో ఏరియా అండర్ IT గ్రాఫ్ ఉంది. Charge in the time interval from T1 to T2 is equal to dash. That is the question. So that is equal to charge is equal to area under the, because we are given IT graph. Area under the graph we have found. Area under the graph. Area under the graph. Suppose if you are given equation like this, then by doing integration like this, we can find the charge flowing through T1 to T2 time interval. If you are given graph directly, area under the graph is charge flowing. Area under the graph between T1 to T2. This is equal to, tell me what is the area under the graph between T1 to T2? This length is equal to T1 minus T2. T2 minus T1, sorry. T1 minus T2 minus T1. And this is rectangle shape, no? Because from T1 to T2, IT graph is a straight line, hard and straight line. కాబట్టి ఈ పాయింట్ నుంచి ఈ పాయింట్ మధ్యలో T1 నుంచి T2 మధ్యలో ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎ స్ట్రెయిట్ లైన్, హార్డ్ అండ్ స్ట్రెయిట్ లైన్. అప్పుడు ఈ ఐటీ గ్రాఫ్ కి టైం యాక్సిస్ మధ్య ఏరియా అంటే షేడ్ పార్ట్ ఏరియా, ఇట్ ఇస్ జస్ట్ లైక్ రెక్టాంగిల్. రెక్టాంగిల్ ఏరియా మీన్స్ లెంత్ ఇంటూ బ్రెడ్త్. బ్రెడ్త్ మీన్స్ ఆర్ హైట్. హైట్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు I0 because it is I0, it is 0. So I0 minus 0, I0 into length T2 minus T1 because this time is coordinates are given along x axis. That's why T2 minus T1. So therefore charge is equal to I0 into T2 minus T1. It is the net charge flowing through the conductor in the time interval from T1 to T2. Suppose if you are given in a time interval from 0 to T2, what is the net charge flows? 0 నుంచి T2 మధ్యలో ఎంత చార్జ్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ అంటే అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఈ మొత్తం ఏరియా కనుక్కోవాలి. ఈ మొత్తం ఏరియా అంటే దీనికి ఒక ట్రయాంగిల్ ఉంది, ఒక రెక్టాంగిల్ ఉంది. ఆ రెండింటి ఏరియాస్ యాడ్ చేయండి. That gives the total charge flowing through the conductor from 0 to T2 seconds. In such a way we have to find. Okay. Note down. Okay, completed. Right. Suppose we are given I hyphen t graph. Like this. I is taken along y-axis and time is taken along x-axis. It is the R. We are given IT graph like this. The intersection of the straight line on y-axis or current axis here is I0. The intersection of this current time axis graph on time axis is T0. Then what is the relation between electric current and time? IT relation. What is the relation between I and T? Relation between I and T. Electric current and time is what? It is a straight line having two intersections on x-axis and y-axis. No? Yeah, very good now. Very good. First one. It is the straight line having intersections on y-axis and x-axis. That's why y actually we are having formula y by y intersection plus x by x intersection is equal to 1. No? Y by y means along y-axis we have taken I by intersection of this graph on y-axis is equal to I0. That's why I0 plus x by x0. X means along x-axis we have taken time. T by x intersection T0 is equal to 1. That implies I by I0 is equal to 1 minus T by T0. Or I is equal to, that means instantaneous current I is equal to I0 into 1 minus T by T0. This is the relation between current and time. Okay, Vijay. Or by finding here you consider the coordinates here I and T. By finding this slope and this slope, we make them equal to reality, then we get lines. In such a way also we can find. ఎందుకంటే మొత్తం స్ట్రేట్ లైన్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడ వరకు ఉన్న ఐడి గ్రాఫ్ యొక్క స్లోప్ అయినా ఈ ఐడి గ్రాఫ్ స్లోప్ అయినా రెండు ఒకటే కాబట్టి ఫైండ్ ద స్లోప్ హియర్, ఫైండ్ ద స్లోప్ హియర్ బై కన్సిడరింగ్ ద కోఆర్డినేట్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ పాయింట్ are I and T. So T I, because this coordinate is I, this coordinate is a T. Find the slope of this straight line, make them equal because both are having same straight lines. Both are in the same straight line. You will get the same type of relation. Or I by x, y by y intersection plus x by x intersection is equal to 1. By using this formula also, because it is also a straight line equation. No? So by using this formula also we can find. Note down, it is also important method approach. In this case, in the time interval from 0 to t0, what is the charge placed to the circuit? In the same problem. In the same problem, what is the charge placed to the circuit in the time interval from 0 to t0? B. Charge flow in the time interval from 0 to t0. How we can find? Of course, as we are having I is equal to I in between I and T relation, then I is because it the current varies with time. That's why I is equal to, we can write dq by dt implies dq is equal to I into dt. But here we have find the current charge flowing through the circuit from 0 to t0 seconds. It is the charge flowing through the circuit in a small time dt. The charge flowing through the circuit, total charge flowing through the circuit in the time from 0 to t0 means between 0 to t0 we have integral t is equal to 0 to t is equal to t0. That is equal to integral dq means dq, total charge. dq means I into dt. Limits t is equal to 0 to t0. That is equal to I means this one. I0 into 1 minus t by t0 into dt. Limits t is equal to 0 to t is equal to t0. You simplify them, you will get total charge. Or in other words, q is equal to integral I into dt between the limits t is equal to 0 to t0. What is I dt? I into dt means, suppose if you consider the small element here, small element in the time interval dt. Okay, and In the small unit time dt, the current is say I. Then I into dt is the area under this element. In between 0 to t naught seconds, what is the total charge means? Total area under this IT graph from 0 to t naught seconds. That is equal to integral IT, which is equal to area under IT graph between 0 to t naught. That is equal to 0 to t naught and a total graph area under the total graph it is just like E graph with max area and it is just like a triangle. Half base into height you can find out. So that's equal to half. Base means t naught minus 0 into height means I naught minus 0. That's equal to t naught I naught by 2. That is the total charge flowing through the circuit. Yeah, I naught t naught by 2. Very good. Bashwan. That is the net charge flowing through the circuit in the time from 0 to t naught. Suppose if they ask to find the charge flowing through the circuit from 0 to t only, t means here. అప్పుడు t వరకు ఉన్న ఏరియానే కనుక్కోవాలి. ఈ ఏరియానే క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. వాడు ఏ టైప్ లిమిట్స్ అడిగితే ఆ టైం నోట్ డౌన్. Okay, shall I raise? Okay. మీకు వీడియో బ్రైట్నెస్ కొంచెం ఎక్కువ కనిపించాలంటే డిమ్ గా ఉందనుకోండి, వీడియో బ్రైట్నెస్ ఎక్కువ కనిపించాలంటే మీ సిస్టమ్ లో బ్రైట్నెస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకోండి. మొబైల్ లో కానీ సిస్టమ్ లో కానీ బ్రైట్నెస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకోండి. సో దట్ యూ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ద బ్రైట్ వీడియో. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ మీకు ఇంటెన్సిటీ సరిపోకపోతే మీ దాంట్లో సిస్టమ్ లో బ్రైట్నెస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయండి. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ బ్రైట్నెస్ బాగానే కనిపిస్తుంది ల్యాప్టాప్ లో. మీ దగ్గర కూడా బ్రైట్నెస్ ఒకవేళ కనిపిస్తే ఓకే, కనిపించకపోతే మీ దాంట్లో బ్రైట్నెస్ పెంచుకోండి. యూ గెట్ గుడ్ క్వాలిటీ వీడియో. Okay. Okay. Next. The current passing through the conductor varies with time. I is equal to next what is the number? What is the next number? Note number. What is the next note number? 7. Okay. Note 7. The current right up. The current passing through the conductor varies with time according to the equation. I is equal to I naught into e to the power minus t by tau. I is equal to I naught into e to the power minus t by tau. The current passing through the conductor varies with time according to the equation. I is equal to I naught into minus t by tau. Okay. Where tau has dimensions as that of time only. Tau is constant. Tau is constant but has dimensions as that of t only. Tau is constant and has dimensions or units as that of time t. That is given. Okay, now a bit when circuit is just closed or conductor is just closed. Circuit is just closed. Just closed means T is equal to 0. The current through the conductor. The current through conductor is అంటే ఈ కరెంట్ ఏ సర్క్యూట్ లో ఫ్లో అవుతుందో ఆ సర్క్యూట్ కి జస్ట్ క్లోజ్ చేసే. ఇక్కడ సర్క్యూట్ క్లోజ్ అయితేనే కరెంట్ పాస్ అవుతుంది, లేకపోతే పాస్ కాదు. క్లోజ్ అయ్యడం అంటే సపోజ్ ఒక సర్క్యూట్ అనుకోండి, దీన్ని మనం బ్యాటరీ కనెక్ట్ చేసి స్విచ్ ఆన్ చేస్తే, ఇక్కడ బ్యాటరీ కనెక్ట్ చేసి స్విచ్ ఆన్ చేస్తే కరెంట్ పాస్ అయ్యి అంటే క్లోజ్ చేస్తాం. యాక్చువల్గా దీంట్లో బ్రేక్ చేసి ఇట్లా ఉంచాం అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు కరెంట్ పాస్ అవుతుందా? ఇట్లా ఉంచాం మనం, సర్క్యూట్ క్లోజ్ కాదు, అప్పుడు కరెంట్ పాస్ అవుతుందా? పాస్ కాదు కదా. దీన్ని క్లోజ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, కరెంట్ పాస్ అవుతుంది. అంటే at t is equal to 0 when circuit is closed, at that time what is the current? So at t is equal to 0 అన్నప్పుడు దీంట్లో t 0 రాసాం, అప్పుడు I is equal to I0 into e to the power minus 0 by tau, that is equal to I is equal to I0. అంటే initially the maximum current passing through this one, because in this formula maximum current is I0 only, because from this as time increases exponential value decreases, as time increases exponential value decreases. ఇప్పుడు నుంచి క్లాస్ చాలా సీరియస్ గా నడుస్తాం. సీరియస్ ఐ మీన్ రెగ్యులర్ గా టైం వేస్ట్ కాకుండా క్లాసెస్ జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయండి. యు కన్వే టు యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆల్సో టు జాయిన్ ద క్లాస్ వితౌట్ ఫెయిల్. క్లాస్ కంపల్సరీ సీరియస్ గా జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఇవి మళ్ళీ రివిజన్ చేసుకోవడానికి టైం ఉంటుంది. చూసారు కదా, ఐబీ చదువుకోవడానికి కూడా టైం ఉన్నట్లు మన క్యాంపస్ లో. ఎగ్జామ్స్ అన్నారు అఫ్కోర్స్ పోస్ట్పోన్ కాబట్టి కొంతమంది ఇంకా చదువుకుంటే చదువుకోవచ్చు. పోస్ట్పోన్ కాకపోతే ఆల్రెడీ మనకి ఒక 2 ఎగ్జామ్స్ అయిపోయింది, 3 ఎగ్జామ్స్ అయిపోయింది. ఈ ఇయర్ ఎట్లా జరిగిందో నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ కూడా అదే టైప్ లో సిచ్యువేషన్ ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి డోంట్ వేస్ట్ యువర్ టైం. రెగ్యులర్ గా క్లాసెస్ జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. స్టడీ అవర్స్ లో చిన్న చిన్న పాయింట్స్ కానీ డౌట్స్ ఎట్లా చెప్పగలుగుతాం, కానీ ఈ కరెంట్ ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ నేను వెళ్ళలేదు సార్ మొత్తం చెప్పండి సార్ అంటే టైం కూడా వస్తుంది అది. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు జరిగే క్లాసులే మనకి ఫైనల్ క్లాసెస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ ద ఫైనల్ క్లాసెస్. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ వీటన్నిటిని రివిజన్ చేయడం అనేది టైం ఉండదు మనకి. కాబట్టి యూ ఆస్క్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ టు జాయిన్ ఇమిడియట్లీ టు ద క్లాసెస్ వితౌట్ ఫెయిల్. ఎనీ క్లాస్, ఎనీ సబ్జెక్ట్, అన్ని క్లాసెస్ కి పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా వచ్చేట్టుగా చూసుకోండి. చెప్పండి మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కి, అదే మీరు చేసే హెల్ప్. మీరేమి స్లిప్లు వర్క్ ఎగ్జామ్ అందరు, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రియల్ ఫ్రెండ్, యూ ఆస్క్ యువర్ ఫ్రెండ్ టు జాయిన్ ద క్లాస్ ఇమిడియట్లీ వితౌట్ ఫెయిల్. ఎందుకంటే ఇంపార్టెంట్ చాప్టర్, చాప్టర్ అని కాదు, ఏ టాపిక్ అయినా సరే మనకి ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఓరియంటేషన్. ఓకే రైట్. సపోజ్ ఫర్ దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్, ఐటీ ఈక్వేషన్, if you want to draw the graph, what is the type of the graph you get? You take I along y axis and time along x axis. Then what is the type of the graph? Tell me, what is the type of the graph you will get? Straight line. Exponential function is there now. Anjan Teja, exponential function is there. Exponentially the IT curve varies with time exponentially. As long as time increases, current decreases. No. When t is equal to infinity, what is the current? Tell me. At t is equal to 0, maximum current passing through them. At t is equal to infinity, what is the current? I0 by e to the power t by tau. I0 by e to the power t by tau. When t is equal to infinity, t by I0 by e to the power infinity. E to the power infinity means infinity. So I0 by infinity means 0. So I is equal to 0. That means the current passing through the circuit becomes 0 only at infinity. So here, as long as time increases, the electric current decreases exponentially, not rectangular hyperbola, exponentially. Okay. So that's why at t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, I is equal to I0. T is equal to 0, I is equal to I0. కాబట్టి గ్రాఫ్ ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది ఆ పాయింట్. ఆ తర్వాత ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ కర్వ్ ప్రకారం వేరీ అవుతూ బికమ్ 0 ఓన్లీ అట్ t is equal to infinity. t is equal to infinity కాబట్టి at the lower side, this lower end, you have to draw the graph parallel to time axis. This is not rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola అయితే ఇక్కడ కూడా parallel to current axis ఉన్న graph. ఐడియా ఉందా? y is inversely proportional to x అయినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ parallel to y axis ఇక్కడ parallel to x axis రావాలి. కానీ ఇక్కడ intersection ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడే ఉంది. Not at infinity. కాబట్టి it is not the rectangular hyperbola. Here this current varies by exponentially according to that form. Okay, now see it. What is the charge passing through the circuit from 0 to t seconds? Between 0 to t is equal to tau. T is equal to tau. Charge flow through the circuit. Is Q is equal to dash. That is the case. In a small here, current flowing through circuit varies continuously. That's why in a small interval of time dt, what is the charge flowing is dq is equal to I into dt. We can write now. Already we know I is equal to dq by dt. It is also instantaneous current. That means it is the electric current at any instant of time t. That's why it is also called as the instantaneous current. Instantaneous current can be written as dq by dt. That means in a small interval of time dt, the charge flowing through the circuit is dq. Then I is equal to dq by dt. From that dq is equal to I into dt. No? Therefore, total charge flown Q is equal to integral dq between the limits t is equal to 0 to tau. That is equal to dq means I into dt. Integral dq means dq is the small interval of time dt charge flow. From integral dq between limit 0 to tau means the total charge flowing to circuit from 0 to tau, which is say q, which is equal to integral dq means I into dt. I means I naught into e power of minus t by tau into dt into dt. Limits t is equal to 0 to tau. Now q is equal to I naught is constant to keep aside. And what is the integration of e to the power of minus t by tau? What is the integration of e to the power of minus t by tau? Integration of integral of t to the power of minus t by tau dt means first exponential function as is the rasandi e to the power of minus t by tau. ఆ తర్వాత కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ t ఎంతో దాని డినామినేటర్ లో రాయాలి. అంటే కోఎఫిషియంట్ ఆఫ్ t అంటే -1 by tau కదా. సో -1 by tau you write in the denominator. Limits t is equal to 0 to tau. That is equal to integral ఈ tau by తీసుకొసేది బయట రాసేది మైనస్ కూడా. సో మైనస్ సారీ ఈ -1 by tau is just right outside the bracket because that is constant. So minus I naught into tau brackets in brackets e to the power of minus t by tau of 0 to tau. Now we substitute the limits. Shall I erase this part? Shall I erase this part? Okay, total charge flowing is equal to minus I naught into tau into first upper limit. Instead of t, we have substitute tau. So e to the power of minus tau by tau. Before substituting lower limit, you put minus sign. Instead of t, you substitute 0. E to the power of 0. So this is equal to, you write this minus inside. Then I naught into tau of it is e power of -1 minus 1. When you write minus inside, when you bring this minus inside bracket, then 1 minus e to the power of -1. That is equal to I naught tau into 1 minus 1 by e. That is equal to I naught tau into 1 minus, what is 1 by e? 1 by e value 0.37 now. 1 by e value 0.37 now. In basic mathematics I said 1 by e is equal to 0.37. Okay, approximately it is 0.37. You write. So therefore q is equal to 1 minus 0.37 means 0.63 into I naught into tau. This is the charge flowing through the circuit in the time zone from 0 to tau seconds. In this way we have to do. Of course, in in comprehensive questions they may ask this type of problems. Okay, no doubt. Okay, shall I write this part? Okay. Next, what is the number? Note number. JS1 triple star. How did you come in this section? JS1 triple star student. JS1 triple star student. For you, class was completed in the morning session only, no? Yeah. In morning class only, no? 7 to 8:30. 8. Okay. No. Okay. Note points are complete. Note points are completed. Next, related to electric current, note points are completed. Now, free path and mean free path. Free path and mean free path. Inside the conductor, when potential difference is maintained, V potential difference is maintained across the two ends of the conductor. All the free electrons are aligned and they move from low potential to higher potential. So, any electrons got a low potential to high potential electrons move to an. While the free electrons travel in one direction inside the conductor, as they travel in one direction, in their path, while traveling along one direction, in their path, there may be atoms or ions of the conductor in their path. Free electrons travel చేసి vacuum complete గా కాదు కదా, మధ్యలో ఈ కండక్టర్ కి సంబంధించిన మెటాలిక్ కండక్టర్ కి సంబంధించిన ఆటమ్స్ లేదా అయాన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఆ అయాన్స్ తో కొలిన్ జరుగుతాయి కదా. సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు ఒక అయాన్ ఉందనుకోండి, ఈ అయాన్ వచ్చి కొలిన్ జరుగుతుంది. అట్లాగే ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ మళ్ళీ కొలిన్ జరిగిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ డివేట్ అయ్యి ఎక్కడ ట్రావెల్ చేస్తూ మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇంకొక కండక్టర్ ఇంకొక ఆటం లేదా అయాన్ తో మళ్ళీ కొలిన్ జరుగుతుంది. ఈ కొలిన్ జరిపినప్పుడు ట్రావెల్ చేసే డిస్టెన్స్ ఇది, ఈ కొలిన్ జరిపినప్పుడు ట్రావెల్ చేసే డిస్టెన్స్ ఇది. అంటే సక్సెసివ్ కొలిజన్స్ మధ్య ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ట్రావెల్ చేసే డిస్టెన్స్ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంది. కాబట్టి ద డిస్టెన్స్ ట్రావెల్డ్ బై ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద కండక్టర్ బిట్వీన్ టూ సక్సెసివ్ కొలిజన్స్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ద ఫ్రీ పాత్. The distance traveled by free electron in the conductor between two successive collisions, between two successive or adjacent collisions, is called free path. Is called free path. Okay. Is called J single star only. Okay. So is called free path. అయితే ఈ ఫస్ట్ కొలిజన్ జరిపేటప్పుడు ట్రావెల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఇది, సెకండ్ కొలిజన్ ఇది, థర్డ్ కొలిజన్ ఇంకోటి, అట్లా డిఫరెంట్ n కొలిజన్స్ అనుకోండి. n collisions జరిగినప్పుడు ట్రావెల్ చేసే టోటల్ డిస్టెన్స్ కనుక్కొని this plus and so on for n collisions n తో డివైడ్ చేయండి. అప్పుడు యావరేజ్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఆర్ మీన్ డిస్టెన్స్ ట్రావెల్ బై ద ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద కండక్టర్ బిట్వీన్ టూ సక్సెసివ్ కొలిజన్స్ వస్తుంది కదా, దాన్ని మనం మీన్ ఫ్రీ పాత్ అంటాం. So the average distance traveled by the free electron inside the conductor between two successive collisions is called the mean free path. Note down. Average distance traveled by free electron inside the conductor. Average distance traveled by free electron inside the conductor between two successive collisions is called mean free path. Average distance traveled by free electron inside the conductor between two successive collisions is called mean free path. Mean free path ni lambda bar తో రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాం. Mean free path lambda bar which is equal to 1 by root 2 pi n d square. డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా అంటే మనకి డెరివేషన్ ఫ్లోస్ లో చేస్తాం. root 2 pi n d square 1 by root 2 pi n d square where n small n. ఇక్కడ ఇన్సైడ్ ద కండక్టర్ ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ పర్ యూనిట్ వాల్యూమ్, దాన్ని మనం కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అని కూడా అంటాం. యా సేమ్ ఇన్ కైనెటిక్ థియరీ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్ ఆల్సో. కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అంటే concentration of free electrons or number of free electrons per unit volume. Number of free electrons per unit volume. Okay, next D, diameter of the atom of the conductor. Diameter of atom. ఈ మీన్ ఫ్రీ పాత్ మీద కూడా ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చాయండి. ఓకే బష్వంత్, కైనెటిక్ థియరీ ఆఫ్ గ్యాసెస్ ఉంటాయి, అక్కడ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆటమ్స్ పర్ యూనిట్ వాల్యూమ్, ఇక్కడ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ పర్ యూనిట్ వాల్యూమ్. ఓకే బష్వంత్ రైట్. Next, relaxation time. Actually, to make the free electron collision with the atom or ion in the path, the distance traveled is equal to free path, that is this one. Time taken by free electron to make first collision is say t1. Second collision is t2. Third collision t3. Our average time is good. Average time, that average time is called relaxation time. So the average time interval between two successive collisions is called relaxation time. The average time interval between two successive collisions is called relaxation time. Okay, their relaxation time. drift speed. Next, drift speed means the average distance traveled to the free electron inside the conductor per second. The average distance traveled by the free electron inside the conductor per second, that is called the drift speed. So the average distance traveled by the free electron per second is called drift speed. Okay, drift speed is equal to average distance traveled average distance means, you see already mean free path is there, no? That is the average distance traveled between two successive collisions, no? So average distance traveled between two successive collisions, average distance by total time, general formula. So average distance by total time is average distance traveled between two successive collisions, which is called mean free path. Mean free path by average time interval between two successive collisions. అంటే రెండు successive collisions మధ్య ట్రావెల్ చేసే డిస్టెన్స్ ఇంత అయితే average distance. Average time interval between two successive collisions is called relaxation time. That's why this is by relaxation time between two successive collisions. Relaxation time. That is equal to mean free path lambda bar by relaxation time tau. That is the drift speed of the electron. Okay. No doubt. Okay, next. Current density. Current density is represented with capital J. It is a vector quantity. Current density. Suppose in the conductor, I current passing through the conductor having area of cross section A. Then what is the electric current passing through unit area of cross section? That is called current density. So J bar is equal to I by, of course, J magnitude. Write the magnitude. J is equal to I by area of cross section. This is the formula for current density. What is the SI unit of the current density? In vector form, how we can write? Because the current density in the current density formula, J is equal to I by A. I is a scalar, but area of cross section of the conductor is a vector quantity. Current a direction of flow అవుతుందో అదే డైరెక్షన్ ఏరియా వెక్టర్ ఫామ్ లో ఏరియా అదే డైరెక్షన్ లో తీసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, అప్పుడు J bar is equal to I by A bar లేదా I by A into A cap. అంటే ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ డైరెక్షన్ లో యూనిట్ వెక్టర్ A cap అనుకుంటే therefore J bar is equal to I by A into A cap. This is the current density. What is the SI unit of current density? What is the SI unit of current density? Tell me. What is the SI unit of current density? Tell me. SI unit of current density. I means ampere per area of cross section in meter square. Ampere per meter square is the SI unit of the current density. Okay. Next, relation between current I and drift speed Vd. Relation between current and drift speed. All 30. Okay, last one. Suppose this is the conductor. In this conductor, I current passes and area of cross section of the conductor is A. You consider the small element in the conductor. Area of cross section A, length of the conductor is dl, and time taken to flow dq amount of charge through this element is equal to say dt. And whenever the electric current passing through the conductor here, in a time dt seconds, dq amount of charge passing through the element having length d. Then electric current I is equal to dq by dt we can write now. dq means that is the charge inside the conductor. Charge inside the element of the conductor. Charge inside the element of the conductor means already we know charge per unit volume. Number of electrons per unit volume already we know. Number of electrons per unit volume is n, small n. In this, how many electrons are there? The volume of this element considered here is A into dl. If the n is the number of electrons per unit volume, in this volume, how many number of electrons are there? Capital N is equal to AdL into small. Then what is the total charge of all the electrons inside this element is equal to n into charge of each electron by time dt. Okay, now I is equal to n means AdL into small n by dt. What about dl by dt? dl means in a time dt seconds, the dl is the distance traveled by the electric current. Okay, that's why A into dl by dt means, of course, dl by dt means in dt seconds, this amount of charge passing through the element through a distance dl. Then dl by dt is the drift speed of the electron inside the element. So dl by dt can be written as drift speed. Here E is also there, no? E. Okay, dl by dt is the drift speed into NAT. So I is equal to NEA/Vd. This is the formula for, this is the relation between I and Vd. Next, current density, comma J is equal to I by A. No? That is equal to I by A means NE into Vd. That's all. This is the formula for current density in terms of drift speed. Okay. Remaining I will continue in next class. Okay, time is over. Okay, okay, I will keep the track sheet in the group. I will keep this video also. I upload the video in my YouTube ID. Okay. Shall I sign out? Okay. Bye now, all of you.